And welcome to the STC Ultimate Ascension Reborn 2026 tournament. I'm here commentating NHL versus Icey, an elimination match here. I know both these guys are very nervous for this, but I don't know why they're stopping. But I mean, we have a really exciting match today. I think this will be really, really close. And, I'll start by giving you guys a little bit of background on these two competitors. So, NHL is currently the best active mobile player in the world, but due to some recent time constraints, he hasn't been able to get much practice at all for this entire tournament. So, basically, every match he's played has been, his first time on speeders for a couple days. So, that's been unfortunate. But his opponent here, Icey, man, was formerly the second best active player on mobile, but he has switched to computer. He's now fully on PC, I believe. We'll be playing this whole match on PC. And what he has put in a ton of practice today. It's been nearly all day that he's been practicing, it seems. But his main factor will be nerves. He's expressed that, he's quite nervous for this match, but he has beaten some really strong competitors. He's beaten Veg in the original Ultimate Ascension tournament 3-2. He went to overtime against LF6 Gavin. So he definitely has potential to compete with, some of the best, but it just depends on his mentality, mindset, maps, things like that. Both these guys are kind of well known in the community for knowing kind of a narrow range of maps, so tournaments can be specifically difficult for them, but they should be fine here. And one of these competitors, NHL, actually had former EGT world record on Frozen, so he should be A-okay on this map. I don't know if NHL will be touching .0. I know Icey maybe isn't the most consistent at touching .1. Like, he's solid at it for sure, but it's not a surefire thing. And I am going to remind Iceman right now to reset. I think that's something that, as a tournament host, I should, remind people to do more frequently, as we don't want any time penalties to stack up. Well, we're already going to be heading on to round 1 here. Round 1. Using different avatar metas, NHL with Steampunk to Icey's Skelly. They look neck and neck here. I mean, I think maybe Iceman actually gained a tiny bit of time throughout this. Oh, a 25-2 IGT tie. Not a .1 yet. Kind of is surprising. But yeah, they stay neck and neck throughout that whole run, which again I think does favor Icey as NHL. NHL is the favorite coming into this map, so if Iceman can keep up with him throughout, that will be nice. As let's just say we're going to be seeing Iceman perform some dirty little tricks later. Oh, bit of a bonk from Icey, but he gains time from that line. Also, I'm going to lock the bets. We do have a couple bets going on here, guys. Wow, a 25-1 IGT tie. Both of them playing exceptionally. Yeah, I mean, IGT .1 draw is basically about as high level as you can get. I don't think we're going to be seeing, .0 IGTs at all. But you never know. NHL's first turn is slightly better, but Iceman takes this line much more aggressive, which might pay off here. Oh, but a wider line. That wider turn, he's still slightly behind NHL. It's neck and neck, though. Oh, in ideal end jump for Icey gives him a 25-2 to NHL's 25-1. Both of them staying consistent, though. 3 finished runs within 3 attempts is exactly what you need to see. Round 4. Ooh. Close to the wall turn there for Icey. Got hugged it a little bit. Oh, another bonk for Icey. He's going to be again behind NHL. These two, in terms of ping, should be nearly equal as they do actually live in the same town. Wow, they trade. Round 3 results. Icey getting the 25-1, NHL with the 25-2. But yeah. These two from the same hometown. Maybe eventually we could see in IRL matchup. That would be really, really sick. Both of them going to hope to get a third .1 IGT here to secure the win. Oh, Icey again bonks. Ooh, the first mistake of the tournament match. Wow, this is really, really close. A 25-2 IGT for NHL. After Frozen, I do think NHL slightly outperformed Icey, but it is very close, and touches will for sure need to be checked. All right, we are now on to map 2, practice 1. No. I want Icey to AFK here. Alright, well, this will just be... Alright. Let's just rerun practice 1 here. I don't think those 30 seconds for Iceman is going to be too consequential. Now, NHL going into this match did not want to do skips at all, especially on Crystal Mine, but Iceman chose to continue to do skip, which is, he is able to do that, he is allowed to do that. But that does heavily favor Iceman. And I think I kind of forced Iceman to clarify the rules before this matchup, but I think Iceman before that was planning on saying he was going to do skipless and then, you know, sneakily pull out a skip on, you know, rounds 5. Rounds 4 and 5 and stuff like that, which obviously that's fun to watch, but I don't want any competitor to be, like, you know, confused on what the rule set is. But neither of them looking the best on Crystal Skip. You know, they both might actually want to safety a couple skipless runs. Practice 2 here. Maybe Icey's nerves are slightly soothed after, you know, a solid Frozen performance, but, you know, skips are always going to come with a little bit of nerves. Okay. Gave NHL a reminder per Icey's request. Honestly, though, I mean, NHL, for, you know, expressing how, like, cooked he felt on Skip, he doesn't look that bad at it. He honestly looks pretty solid. See? So NHL, who going in seemed like he was super unfavored on these skip maps, genuinely might super competitive on this for sure. Just like I think every map in this match should be, you know, competitive between these two. I think they just have pretty similar play styles. Obviously, both coming from a mobile background. Taking a lot of practice time on practice 2 here. Round number 1. I think the last time we saw a mobile player versus a PC player on this map might have been Shane versus Marbles, and we all know how that panned out. But round 1. Ooh, Icey a death. NHL gets through it. Yeah, he's going to get a 23 here. 23-9. Already taking a bit of an advantage over Icey. Not ideal for him. Icey, who's kind of betting on these skips. Not in too much trouble yet, but we'll see. If he can't finish out this next run here, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, NHL with the death this time. Icey probably about on the same pace as NHL was just last run. Slightly faster at 23-8. $38.9 for NHL. But yeah, Icey put himself back in a position where, you know, he's slightly favored, as he was kind of planning for on these skip maps. You know, it's kind of part of the path for him to claim a victory here. Ooh! NHL's fast. They both survive, but Icey actually might have gained a tiny bit of time here. They're neck and neck. 24-0 draw. I think after the Crystal, NHL had a little bit of a maybe slope sink. Round 4 here. This is looking super competitive. One solid run from either of these guys would lock in an average for them, where they can maybe go for the fast skip on 5th round. Oh, they both survive again. But this time, Icey's much faster. This looks to be by far the best run of the match. Ooh, a 23-6. Honestly, might put it away unless NHL can do something great here, which definitely in play. He needs like a 23-7 here to have a chance. Round 5. $23-7 though sounds difficult, but it's certainly possible. Like, I mean, we just witnessed Iceman get a 0.6, so. Uh-oh. Oh, I mean, I didn't get to watch too much of that, but it looks fast. But Icey's also right there. If Icey improves his average, that'll just, you know, bump NHL's required average even higher. 0.7 for NHL, but Icey gets a 0.9, slightly improving his average. So Iceman will win that by 0.033. Yeah, 0.033 IGT. Super, super close there. We're now heading on to map 3. Yet another skipless map where NHL is pretty favored. And again, another map where NHL had former skipless EGT record. So yeah, this should be again in NHL's favor, but I mean, I said the same on Frozen and they ended up tying. So I'm having some internet issues. Those are coming back if you're a long-time viewer of the STC live streams. Yes, the internet issues are back. So, oh wow, Icey with a 19.7 IGT on the first round. That will tie his PB, as I don't believe he has a 19.6, which NHL does have. No, honestly, on these skipless maps, I honestly think both of these guys have already kind of exceeded expectations in the first 2 maps. Like, at least for what I was expecting, NHL did better for skip, and Icey's done better for skipless. Interesting strat there from Icey. I don't think, hopefully he doesn't go for that in rounds. $19.9 for NHL there. Maybe running into a bit of a lag spike. I don't know if that's me or the players. I don't know. Yeah, NHL looking confused in general chat. Doesn't know how that was a 0.9. It didn't look like a 0.9 to me. So, definitely just some lag there. Yeah. It is. Alright. Well, we're going to be going on to round 1 here. Hopefully there's not too big of internet issues. Round 1. Either of them go for a house strat. They're playing it relatively safe. Oh! A weird twirl there for NHL. Looks like a ballerina for a second. He'll be slightly behind. Still a 19.8 IGT. What? Where am I? That was weird. I don't know how I ended up in that position, but All right, round 2 here. And Icey Man is Iceman will be getting a redo after this. A 20 from NHL. Not quite sure how that happened, as that run did not look super bad. Icey taking his time here. Round 2 for Icey. My internet cable is snug as well, so I'm not sure what is happening. I don't know why. $19 for Icey Man there. Maybe it was a clean run. We won't know, because well, round 3 here. Hopefully NHL can figure out whatever his issue is. It's causing him to get 20s. Slightly behind Icey here again. Another 19-8 draw. Round 4. Ooh, NHL's starting a little bit behind, maybe to do some lag. But he catches up pretty quickly, so. Ooh, Icey Man of Death! Shouldn't be too big of a deal as he already locked in a 19 average, but what will be a bigger deal is a death from NHL. I think, is he? No, he's planning to use this route, which just definitely not needed right now. He's gonna, both of them are gonna DNF. Round 5. Both of them still need, especially NHL still needs a 5th finish run. Oh, slightly better. Looks better than Icey. They tie 19-8 yet again. Wow. Wow. So NHL clutches out the 19-8 average there. Icey doesn't get. Iceman did not get a 19-7 touch, or sorry, 19-7 IGT there, but hopefully got a touch. One more chance for, you know. Wait, this isn't. Sorry, I just saw purple. Okay. Map 4 here. I think this map is more than likely Icey's most favored. He was planning to skip, you know, the whole time on this, so should smoke NHL, but Yes, if you're in chat and confused, yes, I did pick Realm on accident, and I apologize for that. I do believe they're both gonna go for the safety, and I think they're both. I don't even think this is my internet. I think they're both just standing here. I don't know why, but for some reason NHL is going fully skipless. Maybe hoping on Iceman to make a few too many mistakes, but with a route as safe as this, I just don't see that happening, to be completely honest. But he stays adamant on going for skipless. I know he told Icey before this match even begun, back when it first started, he said, you can go for Twilight, I don't care. So he is aware that Icey's going for skip, he just is choosing not to go for it for some reason. Maybe right now he's trying to master the basics. I don't know what's going on here. This looks really suspicious. I don't know why this practice run in particular, they're just standing around so much, but alright, practice 2. NHL needs to at least try skip, man. Like, you're truly throwing a map away when you don't need to, because, you know, if you went for skip, similar to Crystal Mine, you know, anything can happen. Like, even if he still ended up losing Crystal, like, he still performed decent on that. It was competitive with Icey, but... Ooh. But yeah, I mean, if he's gonna stay this solid 2 seconds behind, there's really just no point, you know, it's just kind of a formality, if anything, just giving Icey a point. At least mix it up, make it competitive, you know, give Icey a shot for his money. I mean, let's stay respectful here. I know, you know, intentionally not taking routes was kind of like a little bit of a topic in chat yesterday. I don't really think that's exactly what's going on here, but I still would like to see NHL try his hardest. I mean, maybe. You never know. If Icy Man starts out with like a 22, that maybe will scare him enough to go for a couple skip runs. Alright. NHL's done with practice. Is not going to practice the skip at all. Not sure what Icey's doing. Yeah, if he just stays like that, that'll be super, super solid. And you can easily get low 22s with that, so. We'll wipe the floor with NHL if he can, you know, do that in runs. So, I do believe, like, considering touches and all, this could seriously be, you know, going to map 5 heist, which will definitely be the most exciting map in this tournament match. Round 1, Icey going for skip. Yes, hits it. If he can finish this out, that'll probably lock NHL out of the Twilight Lagoon win. A 22-6. Super solid, multiple seconds faster than skipless. So NHL, we get that you're against doing skips and stuff like that, but I mean, you may as well just... Oh! Just as I say that, he does put on the avatar. But it's looking even worse than Crystal Skip in terms of, you know, knowledge. I think he bought 6 lives here, so. will have time to maybe figure out some of the geometry of this. Ooh, I don't even know if he knows that there's a second invis. Does he know? If I were him, I would honestly just opt for doing the seam jump. It is going to be slightly slower, but so much more consistent for new players. Whoa, that looked really, really fast. So Icey might be in for kicking. $104.5. Do wonder if that's the first 104.5 in the database. I'll have to get back to you on that. Alright, round 2. NHL picking up the skip relatively quickly, you know. Maybe a little bit of marblesing going on, you know. Learning skips, but can't perform it in rounds. Icey going pretty consistent with his strat. This is not looking great for NHL, but he's going to need to use this round 2 as a practice 4 in hope. But yeah, NHL practice 4 basically for him. He needs, I honestly think him hitting that skip super fast was like one of the worst things that could have happened to him, because I think now he's going to just go for a super fast skip. I think about 6 lives though, so he does have quite a bit of time to practice. Ooh. Does he know you can just walk up, you know, and try to get another chance? He's really thinking about it right now. I don't know what he's doing right now. Maybe watching a world record. Well, he does DNF there. 22-5 for Icey though, stays consistent, but NHL is going to need to finish the next 3 runs in a row. He didn't really properly learn a safety route. So he's just going to have to pray here for round 3. Good luck to him. Good luck to Icey for finishing on average. Ooh. NHL. Little bit of a bonk. Oh, he can't get it to go. He's trying to go for the fast route. I don't think this is really going to be happening. Oh, no. Oh, no. And that will do Twilight Lagoon for NHL. Kind of giving going to Icey. He was watching the world record, but you know, if you're going to do that, you know, watch maybe like the R6 record. Maybe the R15 record. He's just hitting the invis at such a weird angle that, you know, he's... DNF. It's going to count a 104. Round number 4. Ooh, NHL's... Oh, he's not doing skipless. He is really set on doing fast skip. Iceman hits a very fast safety skip here. This will likely be a 21 if he finishes out nicely. Ooh. NHL does not get his fast skip. 22-1 for Icey. NHL really, really wants to hit this. I'm just not sure why. It's going to be difficult. NHL asking for some on-the-spot coaching that does require a Cheese Grate Diamond subscription. Alright. Round 5 for Lagoon. NHL gets a DNF average, unfortunately. Maybe can wow us with a fast 5th run. Icey, though, stays competitive. It more than likely will come down to heist, but I mean, Icey's probably favored in the match right now. More than likely. Oh, another fast safety skip here for Icey. Just improving his average by about 0.2. Weird geyser bounce there. To a 22-1 yet again. But we will now be heading on to map 5 heist. This is one where both these guys super competitive on, you know, 26 8 PBs. But I do know that Icey has said, I'm not sure if he's joking or not. He said sub 27s are going to be mandatory for this match. While we're here, we did just receive a flyer for tomorrow's match. I wonder if I can somehow show this to the YouTube stream. I don't think I did that right. There we have tomorrow's speed race 1v1, Chris versus Noah. Glamorized version of these two individuals for sure, but yeah, be there or be square. Round 3, 3rd edition of that match. Anyways, back to this match. Practice 2 here. We get to see them both race each other here in practice 2. See where each of them gains time. For the most part. Ooh, a sub 27 for NHL. We're now heading on to round 1. Good luck. Hope to see more sub 27s here. Ooh, I see with a slightly better elevator. Very, very late elevator jump for NHL, and he also bonks the box. He's going to need a strong second half if he wants to catch up to Icey, who should be on 26 pace. Neither of them go for the most optimal line. Safetying a little bit, which I don't think is a terrible strategy. Ooh, NHL maybe caught up a little bit by the end. 26-9, 27-0 for Icey's favor. Yeah, just kind of reversing the roles of practice 2 there. But NHL just kind of an unfortunate elevator, but made up time in the actual tunnel. So with a great elevator here, should be just fine. But we'll need to finish this one out strong. Yes, much better elevator for NHL. He's still slightly behind Icey, though. But after this is where NHL really gains a lot of his time. Oh, maybe a little bit of bonk from him. 27-0. Either of them, they're both going for like a very weird last rib line. Like they're turning into the helicopter, like in a weird way. But not too detrimental, obviously, as they're getting 27-0s. But just kind of interesting to see them both opt for that. Round 3 here, I wonder if they're going to start to safety a little bit less and go for, you know, that going under that one laser right before the egg, if you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, great elevator here from NHL. Oh, and a bonk from Icey. This is going to put him 10ths behind NHL. Another bonk. Oh, NHL still safetying a little bit. But he should be on track to get a 26 here. Oh! But he dies to the last laser! Icey Man takes the round with a 27-3. Oh, that is an unfortunate death for him, though. Luckily, Icey's 27-3 probably won't count towards his average either. And NHL has officially started to hate the game. Unfortunate. Round 4 here. NHL hoping to replicate that elevator. Ooh, they're pretty equal here. I think Icey has a slightly better elevator exit most of the time. Oh, and a good start here from Icey. Ooh, NHL risks it. Let's see. Oh, and Icey dies just before the ending. Icey. Oh, he has 2 deaths. Or, you know, 2 imperfect runs. NHL with a 27-0 average might win this. Icey for IGT needs a 27-0 to win heist. 27-1 to tie. Round 5. NHL still on the hunt for his first 26 after getting a 26-9 in practice. Ooh, an elevator! God elevator for NHL. It's not too far ahead of Icey, though. So I don't know where the time save went, but he's full risking it. He really wants this 26. That line was not... Ooh, that was really tight from NHL. Both of them get a 26-9 on last. Double 26-9. Icey Man will take heist by 0.1 total IGT. Icey Man also took Crystal by 1/10 total IGT. So Icey Man, in terms of IGT, will win this match 4-1. But when it comes to touches, this could seriously be a competitive match. What? I don't know if my... Alright, I don't know what's going on with my YouTube stream, but congrats to both these two. Yeah, I will see you all tomorrow for the hyped Chris versus Noel Tenzi 1v1. Peace.